I'm going to be replacing this motion activator floodlight here with a ring floodlight with a camera. So the first thing that you want to do is trace your electrical line back to the panel so that way you can shut off the breaker. So this is a multi-family house, so I'm going to have to go ahead and do a little troubleshooting and see where this goes. On the other side of this door there's a junction box, and then from there it goes down to the basement. Here's where my electrical line is coming down from the front hallway. If I trace it back, it's going to the main house panel here. So now it's just a matter of figuring out what breaker it is. Alright, I finally get the lights shut off. You can see this is the motion detector here. Lights are not coming on. First thing you want to do is unscrew the wire caps for the neutral and the positive, just to double check that none of these wires are live. It's always a good idea to pick one of these voltmeters up here. Now what you want to do is you want to find what screw is going to fit into the junction box. For me, it was the letter E screw. Try to put them in and see if they fit. Those look like they'll work. Now that we know what screws will fit in that junction box, we've got this plate right here, and with a big arrow that says point down, so hopefully you should know what to do there. Put the plate on and just screw it in place with those the screws that we tested before. Make sure that the positive and neutral are sticking out through the hole in the plate. We've got our mounting plate installed here. Those are the screws that you want to put through so that it connects to the junction box. And we've got our neutral and our positive wires coming out the hole here. They give us this cool little hanger here. I've got it threaded through one of the screw holes, and I'm going to hang that from the junction box plate here. Now what you want to do is get a Phillips head screwdriver and just loosen that screw up there just a little bit. Take the copper wire and you want to wrap it around that bolt going clockwise. So you always want to go clockwise, that way when we tighten the screw down, it will actually tighten that copper wire and it won't push it out. So as you can see, the copper wire is now wrapped around that green screw, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it up now. So now it's just a matter of connecting the black wire here with this black wire, and the white wire here with the white wire. So that's positive and that's neutral, and we just connected the ground wire. And there's a whole bunch of other wires over here that you don't have to deal with at all. Don't even worry about that stuff. You only have to worry about the neutral and the positive wire right here. So connect the black to the black and the white to the white. So I've got a pair of wire strippers here. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I just need a little bit more room on the positive and neutral wires. So as you can see, I've got the positive wrapped around the positive wire here, the neutral wrapped around the neutral. Next thing you want to do is put on the wire nuts on top. You want to make sure these wire caps are on there pretty tight. And the next step, this is optional, but I'm going to put electrical tape, and I'm going to wrap them around here, just for extra security, just to make sure they don't come off and come loose over the years. The neutral wire all wrapped up in electrical tape, and the ground, the positive all wrapped up here, and this is our ground wires right here. You don't have to worry about that as long as it's actually wrapped around that the green ground screw there. So at this point we should be good to go, and we're just going to take these and shove them into the back of the junction box here. Make sure all the wires can fit back there, so that way our light sits flush on the plate here. These caps right here labeled letter F. We're going to grab 2 of those and put it on the light. What you want to do with these caps is just thread them right onto here. You want to take this orange tool that they included and just put it over the top of that bolt and just screw it down just a little bit tighter. You might have to move the lights out of the way and point them up like I did here. We're going to take off this protective film here, and then we can go downstairs to the basement and turn the breaker back on. Alright, here we are back at the breaker box and turning the switch back on in the main house panel for the front hallway, so our light should be good to go. Alright, let's see how we did. Oh, it's blinking. Well, must be a power, I think. Holy shit. What the fuck is going on in here? Fuck. So this is just a burnt out bulb that I had to replace after I flipped the breaker switch back on. Definitely looked like a nightclub in here for a minute though. The crazy flashing lights. So now when I try to go to my dashboard, I get internal server error 500. This nice error page. So far, this has been money well spent, apparently. All right, let's go ahead and open up the Ring app. That looks great. All right, let's try and open up the app again. Same issues. For whatever reason, it's having trouble loading the dashboard. I was able to get everything set up, but then, the app keeps crashing like this, and the website's down too. All right, let's see if the app's working now. Yeah, it looks like it's working pretty good here. What I like about it is you can actually turn the lights on remotely. And you can go ahead and talk through the microphone and all that. It's a good app when it works, so hopefully that's just a one-off thing and they don't have too many outages, but it's definitely not a confidence booster when I go and spend all that time installing that floodlight and downloading the app and getting everything set up, and then the app crashes and the web application crashes. That's not a great first impression, that's for sure. So hopefully you guys have a better experience than me, but good luck.